For my fellow mom friends out there searching for screen-free toddler entertainment, you may have come across two storytelling devices, the Toniebox and the Yoto Player. These somewhat similar devices are essentially box speakers that play audiobooks, music, and more, and are simple enough for a toddler to control on their own. Since you've probably heard of both, I'm here to share my honest review of Tonies vs. Yoto audio players for kids. If you're on the fence about adding one of these toys to your home library of activities or can't decide which one to get, I'll break down the unique attributes of each device in this video. The Yoto Player itself starts at $99.99. There's also a mini version for $69.99 that parents seem to love as well. From there, you'll have to purchase Yoto cards, which are little cards that play content on a Yoto Player. Yoto cards have a much wider range of cost and runtime than Tonies. Yoto cards start around $5.99, with many around the $10 to $15 mark. Runtime ranges hugely, with some cards containing 10 minutes of content and others with over 4 hours of content. You can also buy blank Yoto cards to record yourself for the price of $24.99 for a pack of 10 types of content. Both Yoto and Tonies devices offer a wide variety of content types, including songs, stories, things like mindfulness practices, and more. Yoto cards are available for all types of stories, including classics, preschool favorites, seasonal stories, and more, a wide range of music, podcasts, radio, sound effects, activities such as learning words in different languages, math, letters and sounds, mindfulness, and movement. And lastly, make your own cards, where you can record your own content. It truly does feel like the content offerings are endless, and there are plenty of cards appropriate for toddlers and much older kids as well. Ease of use and enjoyment. While neither player is particularly challenging, they are different in how they are used. For the Yoto Player, you insert a card in the top. There's also a volume button and a matching button that allows you to fast forward through chapters or go back. It can be a bit challenging for little kids to know which of these buttons are used for what. The Yoto Player has a few more offerings than what the Tonibox has. The Yoto Player does have a screen that shows static images, has a clock, can be used as a nightlight, and even offers a white noise setting. Longevity of the player. I recommend adding the adventure jacket to the Yoto Player if you have a not-so-gentle child. It's also hard to know exactly how long your child will want to use the device for. Both devices are geared towards children 3 years and up. After closely reviewing the offerings of each device, my guess is that the Yoto Player is likely to entertain your children for more years overall when compared with the Tonibox. Yoto has close to 800 cards available in the 8 to 12 age category. Just like the Yoto Player, the Tonibox starts at $99.99 for the classic starter set. Other starter sets with specific characters and stories will go for more, typically around the $150 mark. For the action figures that play the content, it's very simple. They are all the same price at $17.99. There are a variety of Tonies as they play things like songs, stories, and more. The runtime of each Tonie ranges from 16 minutes to 50 minutes. The only Tonie that is less are the creative Tonies, which are typically $12.99 and do not contain any content. You record it yourself. Types of content. Tonies come in 5 different categories: education, mindfulness, nap time, songs, and stories. Ease of use and enjoyment. For the Tonibox, you simply put the toy on top of the player. The volume button is easy to use as well. Truthfully, the cards with the Yoto Player simply aren't as fun as the Tonies figurines. Plus, with fewer bells and whistles, the Tonibox is a bit easier for younger kids to navigate. Longevity of the player. A pro of the Tonibox is that it already comes padded, meaning no added cost for securing it, unlike the Yoto Player. As previously mentioned, your kiddo might outgrow the Tonibox sooner, as there are a select few Tonies in the 6+ age category. So which one should you choose? In the Tonibox vs. Yoto debate, it's hard to say which one is better and really depends on the interests and attention span of your child. If you're looking for something with cute little figurines that a toddler would love, you might want the Tonibox. If you prefer more content that will grow with your child at a better price point, the Yoto Player may be best for you. As far as bang for your buck goes when it comes to content, Yoto is the big winner. In terms of variety, I would say Yoto is the winner as well. Both devices are well made for little hands, but the Tonibox wins in terms of fun and ease of use thanks to the characters. Because the Yoto Player has more cards and more activities available with much more content geared towards older children, Yoto wins the longevity game. Whichever player you choose, You're likely going to have lots of fun with the content, and it really is a great screen-free way to keep kids entertained when mama needs a little break.